Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers, and we're going to start with some big news. And by big, I mean very big. You can see it on the screen there. Ivan Urukalo, 21-year-old decisive centre-back, has signed a new 4-year contract, basically to stop Real Madrid trying to poach him. He's on £95,000 a week, which is a hell of a lot of money. Still not actually one of our top earners. I mean, he's up there now, but he's still a good sort of 40k behind some of the more ridiculous wages here. I keep coming back to him, but look how good he is. Look, he's 21 years old. He's 21 years old. 21. And that's he's going to get better. He's not at his prime yet. He's nowhere close to his prime as far as I'm concerned. If we can keep going with him, by the time he's 26, 27, he's going to be a world-class centre-back. I think he's a world-class centre-back now. Enough about Ivan Urukalo, and let's go and have a look at the results in between episodes. Of the 3 games, we started up against Manchester City, and it was a very comfortable and very convincing 4-1 victory in this one. We went 1-0 up thanks to Gustavo Ortuzzo. Then, shortly afterwards, Andre Silva equalised for Man City, and I thought at this point, this isn't going to go too well. Then, Gustavo Ortuzzo again gets another goal, making it 2-1 into the second half. Fidel Nunes scores an own goal for us as well. Pascual Soler then finishes off the 4-1 victory on the 69th minute. 22 shots against a very good Man City side. I think we actually outplayed them in this. Then up against Liverpool, right at the death, we throw this match away. We were 2-1 up. Soler with both the goals for us. Pedro Piexoto scores a goal for them on 60 minutes. Then, the 92nd minute out of 93, Luka Jovic scores from a corner, giving Liverpool a point. This has basically ruined our chances of getting the championship. So, you'll probably realise between now and the end of the season, the league isn't really going to be our main focus anymore. We're still going to try, but I feel like we're never going to catch up Chelsea. And try we did against Leicester. It was a 5-0 victory. We destroyed them. We basically took that draw against Liverpool and went, nah, we're not having that again. And it was a 5-0 victory. Pascual Soler gets himself a hat-trick. Rafael Barrera scores an own goal, and Dennis Montour as well gets a goal. Comfortable. Really comfortable. We could have easily got about 6 or 7 in this game. The matches today then are going to be up in the Champions League and the FA Cup 6th round. So, if we beat Roma, we're already 2-1 up after the first leg. So basically, we just need to avoid defeat. If we avoid defeat, we will go through. Then we're going to have Hull in the FA Cup quarterfinal. An FA Cup semi-final could be on the cards. Hull are a championship side. So in theory, we are the better team. We're going to go full strength in both of these games if we can. I almost forgot. We did get our youth intake as well. About 2 or 3 days after I finished the last episode, the youth intake came in, and there's no one really good. I'll just change this. We're not using hidden because we don't have the ability, so I'll just change that to normal. Basically, we got about 3 or 4 players in that are half decent. Roland Barlow is the best one. He actually looks really good. He has traits. For a 15-year-old to have traits of curls the ball, avoid using weak foot is not great. Does not dive into tackles isn't great. It's not terrible. He's a shadow striker, which is the exact position we play just behind our strikers. So, Roland Barlow is probably one of our best youth players at the moment, ignoring Lee Butler. Lee Butler's the one who's actually really good. Another one to come through was 16-year-old Spanish midfielder Alex Blanco. He's not terrible. Gets into the opposition area, gets forward whenever possible, so he's very attacking. I'm not sure about him. 4-star potential ability. We'll see how he goes. Aaron Field is another one who doesn't actually play in any positions really that we play. I wouldn't say he's great, to be honest. He's got 10 determination. I feel like we didn't get a good intake. We are 1 game away then from a potential Champions League quarter-final. If we get past Roma, we'll be in the quarter-finals. You'll see already Sevilla, Leverkusen, Manchester United, Barcelona, Monaco and Benfica have all gone. Benfica beat Real Madrid 3-0 and managed to knock them out. That's ridiculous. Sevilla beat PSG. Some big teams have fallen there. Anyway, let's get past Roma and we can be another one of the teams in the quarterfinal. The starting lineup that we are going to go for will be Gil in goal because Velez has been dropped. I don't think I've actually played him and since his absolute shambolic performance against Chelsea. So he's been dropped. Gil will start. Stevkovic, Urukalo and Gomez-Rigo are the back three rodders. And Aaron Adams-Wheatley will be the left back. We'll come back to him in a minute. Basically, Basuni is injured. Popovic and Denis Montoya are going to be in the middle. Andrea Damjanov will be just behind the two strikers of Gustavo Ortuzo and Pascual Sole. So this is Aaron Adams-Wheatley. I feel like you might have seen him before. He's played once in the Premier League for us this season. I can't remember whether that was on camera or not. It probably wasn't. He's not awful. He's not good, but he's not awful. Also, Adams-Wheatley's quite a long name, so I might need to change that. Roma have to go for it, and it does look like they are planning on going for it. With the front four there. That's quite frightening, actually. They've got 4 players attacking our 3. I mean, they're very good. Individually, they're very good, but sometimes some of them play really badly. Gomez-Rigo is one of them. Sometimes he plays really badly. Stevkovic, sometimes he plays really badly. As long as one plays really well, we normally do all right. 2 minutes in and Rodders is injured. Great. Branko Markovic is going to have to come on. That is not ideal at all. And straight away, Markovic with a throw. Popovic across to Denis Montoya. Tries to find Adams-Wheatley, but doesn't manage it. Gomez-Rigo collects the ball inside his own half. Adams-Wheatley. I still need to change his name. I'm not sure what we're going for yet. Ortuzo into the area. It is a questionable shot and a questionable save, but we do get a corner. Montoya to take the corner towards the penalty spot. It's cleared. Damjanov controls. Damjanov back to Denis Montoya. Where are you going, Den? Back to Andy Damjanov. I think this highlight is just going to disappear into absolutely nothing. Markovic, there you go. Absolutely nothing. Corner for Roma. Towards the front post. Montoya heads cleared. Ortuzo's going to collect it. Towards Pascual Sole on the left-hand side. Very early pass to Damjanov into the area. Damjanov has hit the post and Romero can get it clear. Adams-Wheatley with a throw. Ortuzo controls it into the area. Pascual Sole has a go. Deflected. Montoya now. Markovic's header. I think that might have been a shot from Markovic. It wasn't very good. And the keeper gets the ball. Half-time is very quickly approaching and it is going to be 0-0, which is not the end of the world. If Roma score, we will still be winning. So even a defeat we can go through because we'll go through on away goals. So as long as it stays this way, we'll be fine. No substitutions at half-time for me. Adams-Wheatley is not playing very well, and I'm not surprised. I have just thrust him into an FA Cup Champions League knockout round game for his Champions League debut. I don't think he was ever prepared for this. Romero with the ball on the right, crosses it in. Fluge Anderson hits the bar. So, 20 seconds into the first half, and Roma have almost scored. Free kick for Roma on the left-hand side. Muasa. I think Mausa? Sure. Montoya gets the ball though. I got really confused and distracted by his name. Ortuzo keeps running on the right-hand side. Cross-field ball to Sole. Sole's got Damjanov in the penalty area. And Andy Damjanov has put that into space. Adams-Wheatley is on a 6.2 at the moment. I'm thinking if anyone is going to let us down, it's going to be him. Sole through to Ortuzo in the area. And Gustavo Ortuzo has made it 1-0. It's 3-1 on aggregate. It is very, very difficult now for Roma to get through this tie. 2 goals for them will put us into extra time. Adams-Wheatley is going to come off now. What do I do? I mean, I have no one who can play there. Alberto Torres is a defence midfielder. So, he can't play there. He can play left midfield. Oh, hold on. This is an interesting development. Let's just go wing back, left wing back. Oh my word. Think we might have a new job for Alberto. I've spent £30 million on a central midfielder. I'm going to retrain him up as a left back. That's fine. I'm going to do it because why the hell not? So Torres is coming on in his new position where he's going to be fully trained as a left back for £30 million, which is ridiculous, but fine. Gil with a goal kick to Stevkovic. Forward to Branko Markovic. Markovic, Ortuzo now, the goal scorer. Pascual Sole running into the area. Is he going to make it 2-0? It's a save from the keeper. And the 2 players, I think Torres was one of them, got a little bit confused and didn't want to close the ball down. Into the final 5 minutes, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any more action in this game. Roma have not had a single shot on target. And we've got 15 seconds left to play. Markovic gets the ball in the area, gets tackled. Final 5 seconds. It is going to be a 1-0 victory on the night, 3-1 on aggregate, and a Champions League quarter-final tie will probably be in the next episode. realistically, that was not a great result. We were much better than them. They had so much possession, 60% of it. We had 8 shots on target and only managed to put one away. So I think defensively, you can see there, Jean Bourgeois he got an 8.4 in defence. So he pretty much kept them in the game. Atletico Madrid are the other team to make it into the quarterfinals. So up next, we will have the draw. And then we will go on to the Hull game. Actually, first, we'll see that Rodgers is out for 3 to 4 weeks with a twisted ankle. And we picked up a little bit of money, which is always good. Champions League quarter-final draw time. There's some big teams in there. Some very, very big teams in there. Out of that lot, a Monaco. I'd take Monaco, Benfica, Sevilla. Those are the 3 that I'd take. I don't want to go anywhere near Atletico Madrid. Leverkusen. We'll take Leverkusen. Actually, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Man United. Those are the big 3. If we avoid those, that's not terrible. Could we win this? Oh, don't think that. First name out of the hat. So, we've got the entire pot to choose from. Oh, I don't even want to look. It's Benfica. Okay. Arguably, if there are any Benfica fans, I'm sorry, but arguably, probably the easiest tie out of the lot. Maybe Sevilla on par with Benfica. So, Manchester United, Atletico Madrid. So, one of the big boys will be going out. If we get Monaco, Barcelona, that would be ideal. We get Leverkusen, Barcelona. Okay, and Sevilla versus Monaco. So, Champions League semi-final could be on the cards. We have made it to one quarter-final in this episode. Can we escape another quarter-final into the semi-final up against Troy Deeney's Hull, who are a championship side? And from the fact that they are sat 15th place in the table, I'd hardly say they're a really good one. We've got a really good opportunity here of getting in to an FA Cup semi-final. We're going to have either Brighton, Newcastle or Manchester City if we manage to do it. I think there is a big, big chance here to win the FA Cup and a slight chance of winning the Champions League. We're not going to win the Premier League, but if we can pick up one of those 2 trophies, I think that's been a successful season. The starting lineup that we are going to go for, it's all changed because it's an FA Cup, which you might think is a bad idea. At half-time, I might think it's a bad idea, but I'm sticking to my guns. I've not got an FA Cup team, I've got FA Cup players. So, in goal will be Gil, Glenn Bell, Ivan Urcalo and Rafael Capone will be the back 3. Branko Markovic and Alberto Torres will be the wing-backs because, I've made the decision to train him up as a wing-back, so he's going to get some games there. Popovic and Montoya will be in the middle. Damjanov will be just behind the strike partnership of Thomas Valenta and Pascual Soler. In the whole side, there are 2 players, 3 players possibly, that we used to have in our side. So, David Belt is the first. He used to be our goalkeeper. We only got rid of him at the start of the season. He is Hull's number 1 goalkeeper. Elliot Embleton is another one who we had all that time ago back. I think in League 1 is when we had him. Was it Championship? Yeah, it was the Championship. So yeah, we loaned him and then we signed him. Elliot Embleton is obviously there. And the other one is a player that we didn't really do much with, which was Thibaut Verlinden. I think he was here. Oh no, we did. He played a lot. I thought he played a lot less than that, but apparently not. So there's quite a lot of players here who used to be ours. Now there's another one on the bench as well. Matteo Gabbia. If I realised there were that many former Blackburn players playing for them, I would have gone more full strength. For some reason, Football Manager does this thing where... I say it does this thing. I have no proof that it does this. I feel like it does this. Whenever I play against former players, they will score. And as they've got 3 of them starting and 1 on the bench, I feel like we might lose this. First highlight of the game, Capone gets the ball. This is concerning. Urukalo back to Gil, kicks it upfield. Finds Thomas Valenta on the halfway line across to Branko Markovic. Markovic to Andy Damjanov. Damjanov to Soler. Great control. Through to Valenta. Valenta's in the area. It's 1-0. Thomas Valenta, who keeps complaining that he's not playing football. And I keep turning around saying, Pascual Soler is ridiculous. Gustavo Ortuzzo is ridiculous. Thomas Valenta is constantly trying to prove the fact that he's also ridiculous. It's 1-0, 6.5 minutes on the clock. Now that we've got our goal, I'd quite like to just cruise on into half-time at 1-0. I mean, realistically, maybe 2-0. Let's get it 2-0. 2-0 will be a lot better. Corner for Blackburn just before half-time. Capone's effort is cleared. Montoya with the ball, edge of the area to Bell. Bell facing away from goal. Little back heel to Uricalo. Finds Thomas Valenta. Montoya has a go from outside the area. It is just gone wide and it will be 1-0 at half time. I think we're looking comfortable. We probably need to get a second goal, but I think we're looking comfortable at the moment. I'm not going to do any subs at the moment. I've said at the moment about 16 times. 48 minutes on the clock. Montoya gets the ball from Bell's free kick. Verlinden gets in the way of the pass. Thibaut Verlinden, ball forward to Ugarte, runs into the area. He's got no support. He's got Ivan Uricalo for company. Ward just about keeps it in and crosses it in. Capone heads it clear though. Damianov, can we now break? Solis going to hopefully get there first. Gets round his man, finds Valenta. Valenta miscontrols the ball. And it looks like Kelly's going to get there first. Yes, he does. Kelly runs forward. Ugarte, Nikola Popovic runs back to save the day. Montoya now on the halfway line. Damianov towards Valenta, runs through. Is he going to get his second of the game? What a superb tackle that was. Unfortunately, the ball's still going for us. Montoya's in the area. Damianov's had a go as well. David Belt has made 2 cracking saves there. I don't know who made that slide tackle. I think it was Story, maybe Kershev. That was ridiculous. Matteo Gabbia's just come on, just so you're aware. And Elliot Embleton's come off and Gabbia's been moved to midfield. Strange. Verlinden's free kick. Kershev, Ward in the area, crosses in. It is 1-1. Lloyd Story has made it 1-1. We should have put this game away. Do not be... no. I can see... It's all going to fall apart, isn't it? It's going to fall apart. Right, we need to change something. Popovic is going to come off for Klaus Jensen. Let's do that. Montoya's going to come off for Bassouni. What do we do? All subs? Damianov off? Who have we got on the bench? Ortuzzo on for Damianov. Triple substitution. We've got all the big guns on now. We need to put this away. We've had 15 shots. They've had 1 on target. And it's 1-1. 83rd minute. Markovic's throw finds Sole. Sole, crossfield ball to Bassouni. Little back heel for Torres, but Torres doesn't get it. And now Hull can counter. Uricalo controlled it, back to the keeper. Gill, forward towards Bell. Bell gets it. First time pass to Jensen. First time pass to Markovic. Markovic's ball cross field, finds Bassouni. First time pass to Valenta. Little touch to Ortuzzo into the area. And Ortuzzo has hit the post. How have we not scored? How have we not scored another goal? It's gonna be a replay. I don't need a replay. I really don't need a replay. There is no replay. Why is there no replay? This is the FA Cup, right? FA Cup goes to replays, doesn't it? Or unless once you hit the quarterfinals, it stops going to replays and it's just one-shot deals? I don't know. Ortuzzo with the ball, 94 minutes on the clock. Valenta gets round his man. He's got 2 men for company, has a go. David Belt makes a save. It's going to be a corner. Torres takes the corner. Brennan heads clear. Sole's going to collect it. Where are you going to go, Pasquale? Runs out wide. 2-3 players in the box. Gets tackled, but does win a throw on, which we don't get to see because apparently nothing came from it. Torres has a corner. Crosses in. Jensen's there. David Belt once again makes a save. David Belt is being a pain in the ass. He's been a great keeper, but a pain in the ass for me. Belt with the ball then. Kicks over the halfway line, hopefully. It's coming back. Bell with the header. Ortuzzo. Torres ball over the top. Valenta, can he run onto it and have a go? He does have a go, but it's not a great effort, and Belt once again makes a save. Torres to take another corner. Torres' corner out towards Sole. It's cleared. And are we going to get there first? Ortuzzo is running for it. He's the furthest player back now. Goal kick from David Belt. 100 minutes now on the clock. Bell heads forward. Valenta goes down. Sole gets the ball. Sole through to Ortuzzo. Gustavo Ortuzzo gets underneath it. Scoops it wide. It's still 1-1. Another highlight. 103 minutes now on the clock. Bell heads forward. Valenta gets it. Sole, ball forward, into the area is Valenta. Valenta cannot miss, and Thomas Valenta has made it 2-1. We now just need to hold on. We should have scored about 7 or 8 in this game, but David Belt and our strikers, combination of Belt being really good and our strikers being really bad, has meant that it's basically been kept a low-scoring game. It's half-time in extra time, and I need to do a substitution just because players are getting a bit tired. I think we're going to... Markovic or Bell. Bring off Bell. Bring off Bell. We don't need Bell. No, bring off Markovic. Long-term plan here. Markovic needs to come off because Markovic is our only right back. So I need to kind of... Boban Stevkovic. Sure, do that. Why not? Basically, Markovic, he's our only right back. because Rodgers is out injured, so I need to keep him at least somewhat fit. Corner for Torres, into the area, Capone is there, and it's just over the bar. Rafael Capone could have scored. 28 shots, 14 on target, just 2 goals to our name so far. Valenta's going to run on to Torres' pass, 2 in the box if he can find any one of them. Sole's there. Pascual Sole has made it 3-1 in the 116th minute of the game. It's looking like this is probably going to be it for Hull, but God, we made hard work of it. 122 minutes on the clock. There you go, full time after extra time. 29 shots, 15 on target. Why? Why did it take so long for us to find the net for a second and third time? Assertively, we got away with that. Now they listened. They listened. I was expecting them to be all stroppy. So we've made it to an FA Cup semi-final, a Champions League quarter-final. When is the draw for the semi-final? Is it soon? When is the draw for the semi-final? I don't know. I reckon I'm going to go forward a couple of days because I reckon it'll be soon. It's the 25th of March, 2030. 2 days before my birthday. I'm not sure how old I'll be in 2030. Let's try and do some quick maths. 44? My 44th birthday is in 2 days' time, apparently. Wow, I feel old even though this isn't real. I'm still only 32. Anyway, let's do the draw. We've got Brighton, Manchester City and Newcastle. I do not want Newcastle. I would rather have Man City than Newcastle. Newcastle first name out. We have Man City. Okay. Chances are it's going to be Newcastle final. Newcastle, I think, should turn over Brighton. Newcastle, a very, very good side. Moritz Lippens, as we know, scores 65 goals a season against us. They've actually got, I'm not even joking, if we look at the Premier League, 2 of the 3 top goal scorers in the league play for Newcastle. Moise Keane and Moritz Lippens. I don't know how they're not ahead of us in the table. I don't understand it, but I don't want to play them. Manchester City down in 5th place, who, I mean, they're obviously still a very good side, but I think I fancy us against Man City. Brighton are in the Championship. What? Brighton are 4th place in the Championship. If Brighton beat Newcastle, that is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and the final will be something really exciting to watch. That is going to do it for this episode of Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. Next episode, we are going to have the Champions League, I believe. Let's have a quick check, actually. It's going to be the Champions League? Yes, it will. It will be the Champions League game. So we're going to have a Benfica double header with a little bit of a Leeds sandwich in the middle. So we're going to come back. I'm going to play the Arsenal game off camera, just the one game off camera. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll be in the Champions League semi-final. Oh, this is not how I expected this season to go. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018 with Blackburn Rovers. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.